Hi everyone, this is Teacher Jen from Camglish.com and welcome to another fun and exciting lesson from Exploring English Book 6. This is by Tim Harris and Alan Rowe. We are going to start our lesson on this page, and the first activity is free response. So students, I want you to get a piece of paper and answer these questions. Of course, you have to make complete sentences and it should be about you. I'm going to read all questions and you can pause this video so that you can copy them. Okay? Let's start. Who do you talk to when you need help with a personal problem? When was the last time you got some good advice? How did it help you? When was the last time you gave someone advice? Did it help or not? Has anyone ever given you bad advice? Do you read advice columns in newspapers or magazines? What are some of the organizations offering help in your community? Have you ever done volunteer work in your community? If so, what did you do? Do you think we should help those who are close to us before we help others? In other words, do you think charity begins at home? Again, you can pause this video so that you can answer these questions on a piece of paper. Now let's go on to another activity. Look at the pictures of Alice and Richard. What problems are they having in their marriage? What can they do to improve their relationship? So, we have two situations here and I want you to identify their problems and what are the solutions, okay? What can they do to improve their relationship? Now for your homework, I want you to make a composition. You can choose from the three questions here, okay? Write about an organization in your community that offers help to people in need. Or write about a time when you helped someone or someone helped you. Was the person a stranger or a friend? Do you agree with those who say that charity begins at home? Why or why not? So again, just choose one and write a composition on a piece of paper. Now let's go on. This is a review. Vocabulary. Actually, against, annoy, appointment, arm, arrange, awkward, brave, bump, circumstances, convince, courage, dentist, desperate, difficulty, disaster, dissatisfied, drop, dry, foolish, frustrated, hire, ice, into, kiss, lead, limited, lousy, memory, naturally, nonsense, porch, ridiculous, risk, routine, ruin, shoulder, symptom, uninteresting, until, urgent, useless, water, and whole. Expressions. What a life! What a terrible morning! You wouldn't believe it. She was about to kiss Dr. Pasto. She was accident prone. She burst into tears. It's such a struggle. You poor dear. We all have our bad moments. I've got to run now. This will only take a minute. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Nothing in life that is really worthwhile comes easily. To be hard on someone, to go against one's nature, to make a mess of something, to run away from home, to fall apart, to fall asleep, to get upset. From now on, never mind, as soon as, on purpose, instead of, bad news. For instance, a rough draft, a great deal, Now, chapter or grammar summary. Past perfect affirmative. After I'd gotten dressed, I left the house. As soon as she'd eaten breakfast, she went to work. When they'd finished their coffee, they called a taxi. Interrogative. Had you been to the museum before? Had he met Miss Hackey before? Had they visited Los Angeles before? Yes, you had. Yes, he had. Yes, they had. No, you hadn't. No, he hadn't. No, they hadn't. I wish you hadn't left. If only you had waited for me. Barbara had her eyes examined. Barbara got the TV repaired. She had Dr. Squint examine her eyes. She got Tino to repair the TV. Verb plus object plus infinitive without to. Make. They made him wash the dishes. They made her clean the kitchen. They made us take out the trash. Let. He let her use the computer. He let them borrow his camera. He let me see his photographs. Okay, now this is the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something. This is Teacher Jen from camgush.com saying goodbye and see you on our next video. Goodbye!